Hey guys. Let me. Got me so inspired to let the whole world know that I just wanna be. Let me get everything out. I just wanna be y'all, let me tell you something. We're gonna have a good class on tonight. It's Monday. I'm trying to get these videos up early. Your girl, listen, I'm trying to get these videos up early for the week. Hello, come on in, y'all. Tonight is dedicated to the creatives, how to monetize your mind. If you're a creative, you need to stay in the room. You need to stay in the room. Tonight's dedicated to you guys. Hello, hey YouTube. I see you in the house. Hey Facebook. Hey Instagram. You call me? Okay, I'm sure I got it. I will answer. I will answer you tonight. Guys, I'm starving. Your girl's starving. I'm so hungry. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm sorry if this is rude. I frankly do not care. If I don't get food in my system, we're gonna have some issues. So guys, come on in. Come on in. Yes, it's a girl. It's pretty much bald. I'm eating a piece of salmon. The times that we live in. Okay, guys. How y'all doing? I'm eating some salmon. And I have one piece of chicken. Okay. I have been slimming down. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. We're going to save this for after the live. I'm going to save this piece of chicken for after the live. Okay. And if you're saying I'm rude because I'm eating on the live, I'm telling you, I'm the one person that does not care. But guess what, y'all? We have a lot to cover tonight. So, if you're a creative, if you're an expert, we're about to work. Okay, let's get started. So, guys, how are you guys doing tonight? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let me drink something so I can teach. This is green tea citrus. I'm addicted. If you ever make me angry and you want to calm me down really fast, just get a pack of this from the supermarket. It's just like $4.99 for like 12 of them. I'll be happy. Okay, you guys ready to learn? I'm ready to learn. Okay, we're good. I'm good. Let's move some of these packages. I have boxes and stuff I need to open. I still have not done my due diligence and really opened up these boxes that you guys have sent me. I mean, I bought all this stuff, so it wasn't like I got it for free. But I love supporting small businesses, so you know, I just love. But I gotta open the stuff because if I don't open the stuff, I won't be able to rock the stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get into class. I'm gonna give Instagram. Give me a second. I just want to make sure you guys are kind of on a secure footing. So just give me 1 second. There we go. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. Instagram needs to get situated real quick, guys. Kind of having a little. There we go. Cool. So, guys, let's get started tonight. We have a lot of work to go over. We have so much work to go with, so much stuff to do. But we're focusing tonight. So tonight is focused on how to monetize your mind. I've taught this before, but we really need to go back over it because some of you guys are dropping off the ball. I don't know what you're doing. And I can no longer snatch edges because I no longer have any. They're pretty much been all cut down. But I'm going to do the best that I can to kind of get you back to where you need to be. So we have my trusty good old board. Remember, if you're watching on Instagram, they have not given me the ability to flip the screen. So you're going to be reading backwards. So if you're an expert backwards reader, awesome. If not, you're going to have to just pay attention and follow along. And if you're not good at paying attention and following along, I don't really know what to say. But let's get into class. So we're going to go over our equation. Again, guys, if you have ever watched my lives, you need to get used to this equation. It's the equation I teach all the time. So if you're ready, and you know what? Hold on. Before I get started, I have 4 people that won from last time's stream. I owe you a download. So you're going to get an email. I have 2 off of Instagram, we use 2 off of Facebook. I have to check the previous live, but I owe you guys a download, so you guys will get that. But let's get started in the class. Again, we're going to go over our equation. This is how we open up every live with this equation. So your business is a what? Who knows it? Your business is a what? We go over this equation. So if you don't know it yet, listen, memorize it, okay? YouTube, again, you can comment in the live comments if you want to participate. But your business is a starts. There you go, Kaprisky, Matt. Hey, shout out to Kaprisky, okay? Your business is a baby. So that's the first thing around the board is the word Wawa baby, okay? Hey, Jania. Hey, girl. Your business is a baby. Okay, now, who wants to share why that's important? You can give some words, give maybe some short little phrases, but why is it so important that we use that phrase? Why do we say your business is a baby? Why is that important? Why should that be important to you? Why is it important? I didn't ask that question last time, but I think it's important now for you guys to begin to understand the thought process. Why is it important that we call your business a baby? Someone may say, well, that's offensive. My business isn't a baby. But what is it that we mean? When I say that, as I've been teaching this, what have you guys been collecting, okay, as the reason why, right? I mean, I've been teaching this for weeks. Okay, Shanae Reed, she says, you can't neglect your baby. Perfect. Kaprisky says, because you have to be responsible for and nurture it, right? We are using the term baby because of the fact that it's a way for us to easily correlate the understanding of how serious your business is. And we start off every live like this. Alexis says, because it's a part of you. The reason why we emphasize this is because you've got to get this locked in your head that your business is not optional. It's not something you can pick up and put down, right? You can't pick up and put down a baby. Okay, you can't leave it for their weeks. Okay, Ebony Dorman off Instagram, she says you're literally there from beginning until end until it's fully birthed, right? And then, right, even after it's birthed, you got to take care of it, right? You don't raise a child, until you don't just pop up the baby and be like, oh, I'm done. You don't do that, right? So Davina says because you have to nurture your baby. You have to nurture your baby. Because Kaprisky says everyone can't have access to it prematurely. There's so many reasons why we use this analogy, but we're going to just start there, okay? Your business is a baby. Now, you got to feed your baby, okay? So I hope you guys are ready for these next 2 words. You've got to feed your baby. Again, if you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to share. We want to get this class out. Baby, your baby needs 2 things. What's the first thing that we feed our baby? I want to see who's been paying attention to these classes. What's the first thing that we feed our baby? There's the very first thing we got to feed it. This is key. This is why we're in class tonight. There's a word. What is the first thing that we've got to feed our baby? This is the thing that's going to cost you the most. I promise you. You're going to color that. Look, now that's actually the real answer, right? Milk. But in class, there's remember, when we use the word baby, we're using it figuratively. So we're talking about your business, right? What do you feed your business? Where's my tribe at? Come on now. I got formula. I got milk. Okay, so we got some newcomers in class. So what's the word? Well, I'm looking for my word. Who's got it? There we go. Okay, okay. Oh my God, okay, now y'all got it. Okay, Barbara got it. Luciana got it. It's focus. Now Takoya has the next one. So the first thing that you feed your baby is focus. Remember, we're talking about this from a business perspective, right? So it's funny because for Color to Color and for Ebony, they got it. I mean, it's milk, but the milk for us is focus, right? So it's focus. So let me make sure this is good. Okay, so it's focus. So we want to feed our baby focus. And then the next thing, and man, Davina, y'all already have it. It's passion. Okay, so these are the 2 things based in my class that I focus on. No, it's okay. If you got it wrong, it's all right. I want you to guess because even if you were saying the literal thing, it's the same thing, right? Just like you would feed milk to a baby, you would feed what? Focus and passion to your business baby, which is what? It's your business. Your business requires focus. Now, when we talk about focus does not just mean staring at something, right? Focus is actually also including what Ebony said, which was strategy. Okay? It's not enough to just run your business. If you don't know how to do what you're doing, you will go out of business, right? I can say, oh, you know what? I want to open up a bakery. Okay, great. But if I'm not understanding the market, where my business is located, if I'm online based, how to run my e-commerce business, guess what? You're going to go out of business. So it's not just focusing. You also have to have strategy. That's why you're in class tonight, because we're going to be talking about how, for those of you who are experts, who are consultants, for those of you who want to share people knowledge on how you do what you do, this class is for you tonight. So that's why you're in class. You want to have strategy. You don't just want to have a business. So many businesses, they open, but then guess why they close? Lack of strategy. So it's focus, only is focus if there's strategy. If there's no strategy, you're really not focused. You're just busy. I'm going to say that again. If you are someone who's running your business, you claim to have focus, but there's no strategy, you are just busy. Somebody say busy. Listen, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know people like that. They have no focus in their business. They talk about how they're running, how they're a boss. No, they're not a boss. They're just busy. So that's what we start saying, like, they're not a boss. They just busy. Because there's no strategy. They're just doing whatever. They're just doing random things, talking to random people. They're just busy. We're going to leave them alone. Okay, you stay away from busy people. Stay away from people who don't have strategy. They're just wasting your time. Okay, the next thing you have to have, you do have to be passionate. Now, as I teach, passion is never just enough. Some people run their business, or they claim to run their business off of straight passion. But guess what? I know many passionate people who are broke, especially creatives, because they love to give everything away. You know, they just pay on fire. But guess what? Even fire needs focus, right? I can light a fire and I can do two things with it. I can burn somebody's house down, or I can use it to make a meal, right? You will be surprised how many people, they're passionate people, but if you don't direct your passion, you'll ruin your business, and you'll ruin your passion. If you're somebody, right, who's not directing your passion, you'll burn out. Because you don't know how to direct your fire. You don't know how to direct your energy. You know, get a burst of energy and you waste it. You do the wrong stuff, wasting time. So passion is important. That's why I put on there. You got to be passionate. You do have to like what you do. Remember, you're not doing a business to start another job. Okay, we are doing business to create the dream lifestyle that we desire. I'm not going to go out here, pull all of my energy, pull all of my time into creating another job for myself. I can just go get a job. If you're going to do all that work, just let somebody hire you. But if you're going to do all of this work to build something that you wanted to build, make sure that you love what it is that you're doing. It is a waste of time for me to spend sleepless nights, be up all half the night working on proposals and invoices, and I don't really like what I'm doing. I might as well just go get a job, okay? Listen, so this is why we also want to be passionate. So it is important for you to love what you do, okay? Okay, guys. So let's talk about tonight's focus. When we launch a business and we realize that it's a baby, when we add focus to it and passion, we create, what's that W word? It's my favorite word. What is my word? Who knows my word? What is my favorite word when it comes to building a business? Why are we building this? Why are we spending all of our time? Who knows my W word? Facebook, I'm counting on you because you've been bringing me some answers. So is Instagram. What is the ultimate word that starts with a W? There we go, Loria. Hey, L'Oreal, girl. Wealth. That's what it is. That is what it is. The reason why we're doing what we're doing, I got Capriska, got Davina, is that we want to build ultimate wealth. Wealth is not just about money. Look, Ebony, look, you're right on the money. Wealth is not just about money. Wealth is about your family. Wealth is not just monetary. It starts there. But wealth is also about life, health, and strength. It's about having options to be able to do things for your family. It's the ability to I'm telling you, options are so powerful. People don't realize the power of options. I could teach a whole lesson on the power of options, on why is it that I'm spending all this time building my dream? Well, because it's for my family. It's for my legacy. For me, you got to realize, what is it? Why are you building what you're building. For me, it's about legacy. It's about making sure I have something to pass down to the next generation. It's about making a long-lasting impact that when I'm gone from this world, my money is still speaking for me. There's scholarships and there's grants, there's buildings with my name on it, not because of me, but because of the fact that I want people to see that there was somebody out there. There was a young girl named Gigi, Genesis, who was able to take her dream and build something amazing with it. I want to be able to, bless tons of young girls and be able to pay for the college tuition. But guess what? In order to do that, I've got to have some focus and I've got to have some passion. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you, if you're in ministry, if you are a creative, you're an entrepreneur, if you're a consultant, an expert of any kind, tonight I'm going to be teaching you the different ways to monetize that mind of yours. You have a lot of knowledge. Now, maybe you don't, sometimes it doesn't apply to everybody. I've had some people where they've asked me, Genesis, can I monetize this? And I said, well, I don't really think you can. I don't think nobody wants to learn how to do that. Okay. But for many of you, you have knowledge that you can monetize. And I'm going to teach you the different strategies. Now, for some of you, you've been watching me for years. I've been teaching on business for at least 3-4 years now, going on 4 years at least. So some of these things will be refreshers. But guess what? If you aren't doing what I've taught you 3 years ago, you need to just stay in class, okay? Because you're not doing it. And it's one of those things my father always taught me. He always said, Genesis, I don't care what you tell me that you know. If you aren't doing it, you don't know much, okay? And that set me down real fast, okay? Okay. So if you're not doing it, you need to get back on the bandwagon. You need to monetize what's in that mind. And we want to, again, create wealth from this. There's so much money out there to be made, and you can use it to set forth a legacy if you are ready. Okay, so let's get into class. So we're going to get started again. Tonight's focus is going to be on monetizing that mind, okay? So I'm just going to write monetize. Again, if you're watching on Instagram, the camera doesn't allow me to flip. So you're going to have to just follow along, and hopefully that you get it. For Facebook and Instagram, for Facebook and YouTube, you guys are here. So let's get started. Now, there's different ways to monetize. We're going to first start with the two different business models. The one that's the most popular, and then the one that I want you guys to focus on as we're going to begin to have these monetization strategies for your mind. Your mind, you have a whole bunch of knowledge. You have a whole bunch of knowledge. And in the industry that we're living in, the e-commerce world, just making money, period. There's so many different ways that are coming out. I'm just amazed, but I'm excited, because that means that I can teach you on how to take that knowledge you have, package it, and then get it out basically get out into the world. So there's the traditional way. The traditional way is what we call a done for you type of business model. Okay, I'm just going to just say done for you. And usually this is like a service-based model where someone will hire you to perform the service, right? So let's say, for instance, I'm going to use a skill. Let's say you bake cookies, right? Someone hires you to bake 1,000 cookies, right? Now, usually for many entrepreneurs, they're going to keep that model. Like for me, for instance, I own a design agency. That's been my biggest money maker. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. But then what happens is that there's the second model, right? Which is the DIY model. Okay? This one is not the done for you. This is do it yourself, right? So these are two different models. We have the done for you, right? This is where I'm exchanging energy for money. Okay? I'm exchanging energy for money. So I'm going to put the word energy. That's chicken scratch. Probably can't read it. And then the second one is going to be more of a passive income. Now, passive income does not mean lazy income. People think, oh, passive income, I just do something and that's it. No, people have really lied about the whole passive income. People really think that passive income means lazy. No, passive income is still work. It's just not as much work, and I only create something once and then it's sold over and over. So it's a great business model. But these are the two I want to focus on today. We're going to focus on, again, done for you services, this is service-based. and then the passive income, which is the do it yourself. In other words, I'm going to teach people how to do what I do, right? So these are the two ways that I make money. I make money doing it for people, right? And usually it's a very high premium price point. And then I have what is called the DIY or passive income model, where I'm going to teach people how to do what I do, okay? And these are the two that I want you to focus on, but we're going to focus on this one, the passive income for this week. This week, I'm going to be helping you guys. If you're a part of my email tribe, shout out to Boss Builders. If you're in the Boss Builders Facebook group, this week, we're going to make sure that you're getting that stream of income from passive money, and then we're going to ramp up that focus. I mean, so if you already have passive income products, awesome. If you don't, we're going to get you some, and we're going to ramp that baby up, okay? And I want to see at least several. I mean, you may hit a couple hundred, but if you already have some products, let's get into the thousands, at least per month, of bringing additional income. So let's talk about the DIY passive income model. Again, this is the model where you're going to teach people how to do what you do. You're going to teach people on how you monetize what you monetize, okay? So let's erase this, okay? And then we're going to get into the DIY, okay? So the DIY model. Now, there are several ways to DIY and to teach people what you do. I'm going to run through the list, and we're going to start going through each one. Now, you may have some ideas pop into your mind like, oh my gosh, that's a great one, right? Now, I'm going to give you a kind of little bit of a disclaimer, or more of like a preparation statement before we get into this. You should not do everything. Okay, you want to pick out the ones that really make you say, let me try that one, okay? Now, you may have to test some things because you have to know your tribe. We're going to talk about this tonight. I promise you, tonight's class is going to really prepare you for making money, okay? Honestly, maybe for the rest of your life. So just pay attention, take some notes, start jotting down some ideas, okay? But let's get into class. So, DIY, do it yourself. Again, I'm teaching people on how to do what I do. The first thing is you've got to know, what do you know? I've taught this before, but we're going to do the refresher, okay? First thing is, what do you know? Okay, that's a good question, because if you don't know nothing, you can't teach nothing, okay? If you're still, if you just got started learning how to make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, at least give yourself a couple weeks to start teaching other people how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, okay? You want to teach something that is scalable, okay? This is really good. This is a really good, oh my gosh, I wish someone taught me this. It has to be a scalable skill, okay? It has to be a scalable skill. I'm going to define what that means. What is a scalable skill? So if you think about it, right, if I'm going to monetize knowledge, it needs to be knowledge that I could expand into other products and services, right? Some people only know so much to do one course. Now, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. Maybe, you have this like one course that's like the number one seller, right? But like, if you can only teach 30 minutes of it, it's probably not the best thing to monetize, right? We want to teach from a scalable skill. In other words, a skill that I could expand into multiple maybe courses and products, maybe some ebooks, maybe some online membership, something that's a scalable skill, okay? Not just like, oh, I know how to use a paintbrush. Well, let's kind of break that into some other subtopics, right? So I want you to start with a scalable skill. In other words, and it doesn't have to be deep. Here is the mind-blowing thing, right? One thing I learned is that in knowledge, in selling your knowledge, right? Selling your knowledge. Like, I mean, I talk to creators all the time. I'm like, listen, why aren't you teaching people how to do what you do? Like, why aren't you doing that? I mean, I just never really thought about it. I just heard, okay, great. So I just told you about it. So do it. Oh yeah, I'll get to it. Like, okay, great. You're lazy. Bye. I can't be around certain people. They don't want to make money. They just want to talk. They just want to talk all day. But one of the things I've learned is that you don't have to be, right, the number one expert in the world to teach somebody. You just have to be one step above who you're trying to teach, right? Perfect example. I have only been in the design industry for maybe like 5 years now, like 5 years, definitely like 5 years solid, at least 5 years solid, right? And I've surpassed as far as income, achievements. Like, I haven't won any awards or anything, right? but I'm making a lot more money than I would say about maybe 90% of the creators that I know, right? I mean, most creators are making money anyway, but I mean, I'm way past the 6-figure range. But the reason why was because I didn't have the thought process of, oh, well, I'm brand new into the industry. You know, some of you could be teaching people how to bake. You're just like, oh, I mean, I just got started about 2 years ago. No one cares. Are you good? The question is, look, the second thing is, just be good. Are you good? Okay. No one's asking you how long you've been in the industry. In today's society, here's the switch that we're seeing. It used to be where people used to brag about how many years they've been in the industry. Oh, you know, I've been pastoring for 30 years. Now I've been preaching for 50 years. You know, I've been preaching ever since I was 2 years old. Okay, that's nice. But are you good? I've been baking, you know, for 50 years. Okay, but the cake still tastes dry. Okay? I get it. You have years of experience. But the question remains, are you good? Is it good enough to teach somebody about it? Okay, I know people have been preaching for 100 years. I wouldn't want to take a course. I wouldn't want to take it. I'm sorry, I'm not. No, you can teach me how to cough, not to hoop. But I mean, I know people who can paint. They've only been painting for a year, and I would take a class from them over people I've known who've been preaching, who've been painting for 50 years. Now, am I saying that people who no longer, you know, have been more experienced are worse? No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that stop using years as a limit to why you can't teach somebody how to do something. Okay? It's really about, are you good? That's really what this is about. It's not about how long you know how to do something. Are you good? I know people who can pick up a skill in 30 days and are better than someone who picked up a skill in 5 years. Are you good? So that's it. The qualification is, are you good? And then the third thing is, can you teach it? Okay? So in order to monetize all these passive income streams, right, that we're talking about, and I'm going to go through a whole list of different offerings. Some of you guys are already doing courses, consulting, but I'm going to really kind of expand that so we can get some more offerings. But can you teach? Not everyone can teach. I know people who are creatives and they just know how to do what they do, but they don't know how to, they can't teach it. Right? I know for me, for instance, I can't teach design. I know how to do it. I can't teach it. Now, if you want to talk about how to build your business, how to create scalable income, how to build a platform, I can teach that in my sleep, snoring every 2 minutes. I can teach it, okay? I can teach that thing like the back of my hand. I can teach it, but I can't teach design. You have to know, what is it that you can actually teach? What is it that you could break down in a way that's easily digestible? In order for people to learn, it has to be digestible, okay? You have to be able to take them step by step. So if it's something that, you know, you would love to teach, but you can't break it down step by step, then that's not something I would teach right now. You need to find something that you can teach step by step. Okay, you got to be able to break it down into steps. Okay, so number one, what do you know? Is it scalable? Okay, is it a scalable skill? Number two, are you good at it? Number three, can you teach? Okay, and for some of you, you may need to just like sit in front of a mirror and practice talking and teaching. For me, when I started doing Bible studies with Girls Royalty, right, back in 2012, pulled on my laptop, put it in front of me. This is, again, you guys know my story. This is before there was any live stream, major live stream, like Facebook Live, Instagram Live. All that was out at that current moment was Google Hangouts Live. And that's how I learned how to teach. I've never been a teacher. Like, I grew up, you know, fake teaching Bible studies, stuff like that, you know, as a little child, mimicking my parents. But I really learned how to teach by teaching. I practice. People wonder how I'm so able to flow and so confident, because back in 2012, I opened up a laptop and I was teaching every week. And I got myself used to explaining and breaking things down and putting them in order. So if you're not good, then get good, right? Don't make any more excuses for why you can't make money. If you're not good, get good, okay? And then monetize that mess, okay? So now let's talk about the different streams of monetization, because there's different ones, there's different levels, right? And we need to break down what these levels are, how to do it. And again, you want to write the ones that you can write down all of them and then pick out the ones that you really want to get better at, okay? The first stream of monetizing your mind, the very first one you guys know I'm going to jump to, right, is going to be courses. Oh my gosh. I'm a big fan. Okay. Courses. Now, courses for me are the best option if you're like that person that is antisocial but social, where you love people, but then when you get done teaching and you're like, okay, bye. Okay, I'm done. Where's the exit door? That's me many times. Okay, so courses are an awesome option where you can sit in front of a camera like this, record your content in video length, okay, and then upload it to a platform. I'm gonna give you my top two. My top two are gonna be Teachable, okay, and then Thinkific. Okay, and if you're trying to get a full list, believe me, I have a solution for you soon. Teachable and Thinkific. These are two platforms, two great platforms to start off with that have free options. Thinkific only gives you 3 courses that you can launch for free. Okay, there's a cap. Teachable has, they don't have the cap, but then you get paid out every 30 days. So it's not like you get your money immediately. Okay, but these are 2 options. Okay, 2 options where you can start online courses with no upfront costs. Just get your content recorded and put it up there. Okay, that's a great way to monetize. Think about this: you sit down in front of a camera once, maybe a couple days. Okay, you definitely need to get your script together. You need to know what you're going to teach. Break it down. Okay, and then you record your content, put it up on the cloud again once. You set it up, and then guess what? It's done. And then this is a great way. Now you may say, well, Gigi, why would I do online courses? Now, let me give you this example, okay, right? So let's say you're somebody, and people are always, think about this, people are always asking you questions, right? Think about it. I'm sure someone can relate. People are always asking you how to do something. They're like, hey, how do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do? And then, you're like, oh, man, I gotta tell this. Somebody else asked you, and you're like, oh man, I just told somebody this. Oh man, I just told somebody this, right? Well, guess what? Stop getting frustrated. Start making money. Stop giving out your knowledge for free. Okay? Stop getting your knowledge out for free. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a Holy Ghost slap. Stay still. Okay? Stop it. You know why? Every single time, I want you to think about this. You have earned this knowledge through hard work, through skill sets, through development, through training, I'm sure, investing your money in how to learn. And then somebody asks you, and then you just let it boom out for free. Okay? Think about this. Every single time you do that, you're letting money go out your mouth. And every single time, listen, I want you to envision this, just in case you want to do something like this, you want to be stupid. Okay? Every single time somebody asks you something that took you years to learn and you give it to them for free, money is leaving your mouth. Literally, money is literally coming out of your mouth and going into a trash can. Or you're just giving them the money, okay? You need to learn on how to leverage your knowledge. That's what we're talking about tonight. How to leverage the knowledge or the skill sets that you have. Okay, so of course there's gonna be some free content you can put out online, things like that. General knowledge, right? We only put general knowledge out for free. Okay, general knowledge, Googleable information. Even though honestly, I'll tell you the truth, I don't know about that. Some people, I used to say Googleable information, but some people are lazy. If I'll be honest, right? If I could gather some knowledge together, or even if it was Googleable, the fact is that people are lazy. Make money off of lazy people. I'm telling you. Being lazy is the most expensive thing you can do. Being lazy and stupid. That's the most expensive ways of living on earth. Okay? Why? Because of the fact that what someone won't do, you can make money off of. Like, honestly, people say, oh, well, I can say, listen, I'm going to gather a list for you from all the top places to go to for this, right? And it could be general knowledge. But the fact that people don't want to search for it, they're like, yeah, I'll pay $20 for that. Think about it. Angie's List, right? Think about, these home sites where, this is basically a modern version of the Yellow Book with reviews, okay? But guess what? They're making money off of it, okay? So it's one of those things where you can be that resource, right? But stop giving your knowledge away for free. So you can create courses, and these are one-time created, launch them, can sell them forever, okay? Now, the second thing is courses. The second thing is to offer knowledge in the form of books and resources, okay? So these are things like books, right? Workbooks, ebooks, journals, planners. I mean, there's so many things. But basically, what we're going to focus on is a content-based resource. And this is the form of written content. Okay? Visual content, video would be through courses. Video-based. Okay? Now, many times these two are combined, right? Where I can offer an online course that comes with a workbook or comes with an ebook, right? These are ways to combine, but you can also sell these as a separate entity or separate, not entity, but a separate product, right? So these would be, again, books, workbooks, ebooks, journals, planners, right? Now, you may say, Gigi, okay, I'm a design, just as a horror, I can't design. I can't design the book. Well, guess what? I can hire, you could get a graphic designer, you can get someone off of Fiverr to lay out your book. Okay, you can go on Canva. Canva is a great resource if you're a non-designer. Okay, and you can lay out your book on there, right? But the point is that listen to me, guys, listen to me. Stop getting stuck on perfection. Listen, my very first biblical study I ever designed looked like trash. I made it off of pages on a laptop, okay, back in 2013, and I had no clue how to like make the clip art come together, but I did the best that I could, okay, and I put it out, okay? That was it. I put it out, okay? You will get better over time, but you have money in that mind. Get it out, okay? So books and resources. What's the third one? The third one is membership. Okay, it's membership. Again, I've talked all this stuff before, but I'm bringing it back and refocusing membership. Now, let's talk about the qualification for membership. Because everyone wants to, I'm launching a membership. I'm launching a membership. There's a word you got to remember with membership: retention. This is important. A lot of people, they like the idea of membership because they're like, oh, well, if I get 100 people to give me $10, it's $1,000 a month. Okay, well, are you going to get 100 people to pay you $10? Are they going to be with you every month? When we look at subscription boxes as a perfect example, one of the reasons why subscription boxes go out of business many times is either they didn't prepare for success or they forgot about retention. Retention is how many people am I keeping? Right? Like retention in employment, for instance, where if you have a high turnover rate, it usually means that you're not keeping the people on a consistent basis, right? Well, it's the same thing for retention is how many people can I keep? Because I can't say, oh, you're going to be with me every month, unless it's a monthly lock-in and you have their card on deck for the whole year, right? But that's a huge trust factor. So unless you have that built up, that's not going to happen. So the first thing is, in order to do membership, you need a strong tribe. I never suggest launching membership unless you have a healthy amount of people, okay, that you can really keep on and okay, listen, at the bare minimum, I know that we can rock with 50 people, right, the bare minimum, right? But you have to have more than there will be as members. So if let's say I have 1,000 members, 10% is 100 people. Right? And so you can say to yourself, listen, well, at the minimum, I'm going to have at least 10%. We're going to base this business model off of 10%. Don't base the business model off of 1,000 because that's not a guarantee. But I can say, okay, listen, I know the bare minimum, we're going to have 100 people, 10% minimum. And you have to know the strength of your tribe. If your tribe isn't strong, like if they're not buying a $5 product from you, they're not going to go out here and pay $97 for a membership. It's not going to happen. So you have to build it based off of, as I like to call it, and it's a very great business word, which is purchase power. I have to know the purchase power, and this is a good word to know overall, not just in membership, but overall in business, is what's the purchase power of my tribe? How much would they be willing to spend on our products and services? And this is why you want to build people's purchase power up. I will start them at low-hanging fruit, a low-price product, and then we're going to build them up. Now, some people, they're going to come in, and they're going to be like, listen, whatever you have. I have clients like, Gigi, listen, how much is that? That's $5,000? Bam. I have some clients, I don't know you yet, Gigi. I ain't there yet. Okay, I'll buy the $20 Boss Builder workbook, buy the $30 workbook, and then I'll work my way up. So we're building up what? Their purchase power. Right? So you have different types of clients coming to you or customers. So this is why too, when we're doing courses, books, and resources and membership, you want to diversify your pricing. This is why having books and resources at below $30 is a great idea. So I may have, for instance, I have I have products ranging all the way from $0, where these are freebies, up to books that are like $30, $40, right? And so it's great because whatever your budget is, you're going to find something that you can purchase from me, which means I'm making money every day. That's the awesome part. There's not a day that goes by I'm not making money. Literally, there's not one day that goes by I'm not making money. Even when I sleep, I took a nap today, y'all. We were snowed in, didn't go to the office. So guess what? I stayed home. And guess what? I didn't have to worry about, oh, I'm not making money today. Yes, I am. Okay. I took a nap. I woke up, emails. People were buying courses. People were buying books. I was taking a nap. But guess what? I had taken out the time to do what? To create those kinds of products and services. On top of that, we're going to talk about some other things that you have to do. But the point is that I'm creating options where I can monetize even while I'm sleeping. That's what we call passive income. Now, it's still not lazy income because I have to market it. You can't just, and we're going to talk about marketing because some of you have books, courses out here, all this stuff created. You don't even market it. Oh my God, I'm not hitting my financial goals because you don't market. We'll talk about that in a second. So we have courses, books and resources, memberships. What's another one? Consulting or coaching. They're not the same thing, but I'm putting them together because this still is a form of energy. Okay, it's not necessarily passive, but it is a form of energy. So this is technically coaching and consulting is pretty much, it kind of goes back to our service side, right? Where these are done for you services, except with coaching is not really, because it's kind of like, it's not like you just go in there and do something. You have to know what they want. You got to customize it, right? But this is more of the higher end. This is the higher end of monetizing that mind, right? So I'm coming in, I'm either going to coach or consult. Consulting is when you're coming in, providing a solution, and you leave. Okay, some of you call yourself consultants when if you're staying around every month, that is called coaching. Okay, it's not. That's the consulting is when you come in, you solve a problem, and then you get on out of there. You make sure they pay the bill. Coaching is when usually there is a relationship that is ongoing, where you're with your client on an ongoing basis, usually monthly. Sometimes it can be a 4-week program, but that's the major difference between consulting and coaching. Okay, so make sure you know what you are. Okay, so, but this is a great way to offer a high-end approach to monetizing your mind. In other words, people say, "Oh, I love how you were able to do that with your church. Could you consult? Could you coach us? Could you consult us? You got to figure out which one it is, okay? On how you did that. We would love to hire you. Oh my gosh, I love how you launch your cookie business. I would love to launch a cookie business just like yours. Can you teach me what you did?" Now, I'm not going to go in the inbox and say, "Oh, yeah, well, here's 5 pages of notes on what I did." No, I'm going to monetize that. I'm going to say, well, yes, I offer consulting services, or if you want to coach them on a monthly basis, I offer coaching services, right? These are the price points. Let me know, what you would like to do. I would love to get on the phone with you and talk to you about how I can help you, right? So that is the consulting and coaching. These are all ways to monetize your mind. We're not done. Say what? Okay, if I'm a blogger, if I have a website where I put a lot of content on there, guess what? We're going to now talk about advertisements. Yes, ads. You can add ads to your site where complimenting businesses, right, can promote their products and services on your website. So that's ads. That's revenue right there. Now, for that, you have to have high amounts of traffic. Traffic is people coming to your site. Okay, you got to have a lot of people coming. That to me is something that you will build up over time, but that's a great way to monetize. But just know, man, I see so many people like, "Oh my God, I just became a blogger. I want to monetize, Gigi." So like I put some ads on my site. So I'm like really excited because like I just added a whole other real stream of income. And I'm just like, "Gigi, why are you so quiet?" It's not, I don't want to disappoint you. Keep on writing. But you got to get some traffic first before you really start seeing. Well, I mean, I watched a blogger and she said that she started making $10,000 a month in ad revenue. So, I mean, I'm like, listen, I signed up and I'm just like, but she has like 300,000 views a day. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Build up here's the thing. Build up your viewership first. You got to have traffic. They're paying you because you have traffic. So that's why they're paying you, because you provide traffic for people to see products. So if you're someone who is not, you don't write consistently, you don't work on building up your viewership or your tribe, you're like, oh, I've had 50 viewers for the past 10 years. That's not going to work. So I don't recommend this unless you're really focused on being a blogger. You're connecting with other bloggers. You're really working on getting your content out there. You're building up your viewership. Then guess what? Ads will work. Now, the next thing is influencer marketing. Yeah. Great way to monetize. Now, if you're starting to build up a tribe, you got a following, right? If you have an engaging tribe, the key word is engagement, not necessarily having a ton of followers. You don't have to have 100,000 followers to make money as an influencer, but you do need engagement. This is why I tell you guys, when you do your social media, when you're doing that kind of stuff, don't focus on just posting stuff. Focus on getting people to talk. See, the more you get people to talk, the more you get people to respond, then you have what we call engagement. People are engaging with your content. They're not just double tapping and liking it, but they're actually talking back. They're giving feedback. They're giving their thoughts. That's when we have engagement. Now, companies want engagement. Why? Because when you will post their product, a video, they know that your audience is going to engage around that product. So they will pay you to show the product, to use it in your life, post a photo, talk about how you used it. Companies, they love that. So you can actually email companies, reach out to them and say, hey, listen, I'm doing this video, or, I'm about to go on this trip and I see that you sell this product. Hey, I would love to market this product for you as an influencer. Let me know how we can make this happen. Now, again, that's just an example, little script. I'm not saying you use that. But what I'm saying is that that's another way to monetize your knowledge. Think about this. If I teach classes like I'm working on now, I teach classes on on helping people build their platforms. So I can monetize that. I can monetize that stream, okay, which I'm doing now. And companies right now, I'm setting up contracts where they're going to pay me to talk about their products so that people can help build their tribes. So this is why influencer marketing is another great way to add that income and add that stream to your knowledge, right? I have the knowledge. These companies are like, hey, use our products. Okay, great. And guess what? They're going to say, we're going to pay you to talk about the products. So we know that influencer marketing is huge. So again, we're tapping on this as an example. The seventh way to monetize your knowledge is events. Okay, so let's go back through this again. Courses, books and resources, membership. Well, membership, remember, got to watch out for retention, consulting and coaching, ads. Again, you have to have traffic for that. Influencer marketing. Now let's talk about events. Okay, now, my business bestie, Tiffany, she'll tell you have to have strategic events. A lot of people just want to hold a mic. Get your ego out the way. Okay, first of all, you're running a business. You're not running some self-esteem booster for yourself. Okay, running a business means that everything that you do must be strategically done in a way that benefits the bottom line, that helps you increase revenue as a company. So going out and doing events just so that you can feel good about yourself and feel like you're somebody that people should know, or you just want to hold a mic, you're going to bleed dry because you're not doing strategic events. You just want to be seen with a photo, say, oh, just impacted a whole room of people. That's not what this is about. So you're doing events because you actually want to teach people how to do something, okay? So this is why events are a great way. But again, events have to be strategically arranged. You have to first make sure you can get people into the room. Some people are really great online, but in person, oh my God. Listen, it's like, I don't know, you like a deer in headlights. I don't know. It's just a whole different person, right? So when we do in person, you have to actually get people to show up. This is really big. Again, some people, they really think that because you're well known online, okay, but can you get people into a room? Not saying that you're not good if you can't, but you have to know that those are two different things. The online world and getting people physically into a seat are two different things. I've seen people call themselves, oh, I'm well known, I'm an influencer, and they do an event and there's like nobody in the room. Now, of course, this can happen too because of the fact that maybe you have a well spread out tribe. Like, for instance, for me, I have a very well spread out tribe, but I have to know which cities are my best cities. I'm not just going to say, oh, I'm going to go to Arizona and do an event. I don't have a strong tribe in Arizona. I'm not going to go to Arizona and do an event. Now, if I said, okay, I'm going to do it in Atlanta, that's a whole different story. Atlanta, I got that. Okay, I got Atlanta. I can do that all day. Philadelphia, I can do that all day. Delaware, I can do that all day. You have to know where your tribe exists, or you have to build up tribes in those areas so that when you do events, it will be profitable. It will be profitable. Now, also, too, you could do destination events. Destination events are where you may not have a strong tribe there, but you're making that the destination. And so your tribe will travel to get there. Okay. Like, for instance, when I did my Philadelphia mastermind, we had several people who were flying. I believe I saw Kiera. I believe Kiera is on here. Let me just check. And she flew from Detroit to come to my mastermind that was in Philadelphia. So it's one of those things where, you know, it's all about the strength of your tribe, where you're leading them to. But this is a great way. Events are a great way. You know, you could do classes, master classes. I've done masterminds. I've done 2 of them so far, a 3rd one on the way, right? And they've been extremely successful. It's a way for me to take my knowledge, pour it out into people. They want to learn how to do what it is that I do, or learn a skill that I do, right, for others, or they want to learn what I teach people overall, and I monetize that, okay? So again, let's go over this list. Courses, books and resources, membership, consulting and coaching, ads, influencer marketing, and events. These are the 7 ways to take your knowledge, okay, and to make money off of it. So what you need to do is you got to go through these. You got to figure out what is it that you can start doing. Now, we're almost done. We're doing good. We have good time, right? Okay, we're doing good, yeah. Okay, so let's end, and let's get into some solutions and some ways that you can immediately start making money this week, okay? Okay, the first thing I want you to do is you got to pick a focus. Okay, you got to pick a focus. That's the first thing. So you can't say, oh, I want to teach people how to knit. Then I will also teach them how to make popcorn. I also want to teach them on how to become a belly dancer. Okay, first of all, slow down. Slow down, okay? Pick a focus. You got to pick a focus. You have to pick focus. What is it that you're going to teach people how to do? Become well known for teaching them that one thing. Okay, that's very key. You won't make money if you don't become a destination for people. I have become a destination, which I love, because when people know that when they watch my content, they're going to grow their business. They're going to learn on how to expand their platforms, reach more people, monetize, right? So that's what they know. They're not coming over here to learn how to make lace front wigs. They're not coming over here to learn on how to become an MUA. I'm not those things. I know how to build your business. And specifically, my thing is making products, making resources, making services. I'm the platform coach. So guess what I'm going to teach you how to do? Make that platform and make that product, okay? I'm not going to teach you on how to incorporate and how to set up different systems. That's not my expertise. I am the one to teach you on how to build that platform and make those products and services. So that's what I'm known for. That's what people come to me for. So you have to have a focus, okay? You have to become well known for something. And that's how you're going to monetize that knowledge. The second thing that you need to do is you have to begin to transform your social media. Okay, the way to win in this particular kind of field as someone who's an expert, or you're trying to teach people how to do what you do, social media is going to become a great resource for you. But you cannot be that person where when I go to your Instagram or your Facebook, I don't really know where I'm at. Okay, it needs to be that when I come to your platform, it needs to be clear that you're an expert. So I don't need to see you posed up in a chair with like no clothes on, talking about, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm like, where am I at? Somebody tell me where I'm at. Okay, where I'm at. Another example, you post your kids 75%. You only talk about your business 5%, and then the other percentage is like random postings. No one's going to come to you as an expert. You're not going to make money that way. That's not how it works. Now, for me, I joke. I talk about my dog. I post photos with this new hairdo, okay? But guess what? I'm also posting a lot of content about how to build your business, how to launch these platforms, how to create products and services. I'm giving business tips and business knowledge. So when people come to my platforms, they're not confused, okay? So you need to have a focus. You also use social media to let people know, hey, I'm the expert. Do people know that you're an expert? Or do they just think that you're just a scattered human being? Okay, so you need to make sure that you're maximizing social. The third thing is that you've got to promote like crazy. Once you make a product, this is where the passive part people forget. It's, yes, I may only create it once, but I got to sell it forever, right? I may create it once, but it's my duty to keep on selling it. I mean, it's not like I create them like, oh, I guess people are going to come. I made it. No, they're not going to come if you're not reminding them on a consistent basis, what is it you have? Why is it the customer's responsibility to discover what you do? I didn't know that was there. It's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility. It was not their duty to make the business. That was you decided to make the business. So it's your duty to market. You need to market like crazy. Some of you have written books. I haven't heard about these books in the past 5 years, but you wrote them 6 years ago. I haven't heard about it. So you have a monetization tool in your hand. I have not heard about it, but yet you talk about how, oh, I'm not hitting my sales goals. Oh, God, bring me more money. God, increase my storage. He's not, no, he already gave, look, you have it in your hand. You're not promoting it. That's your fault. That's not God. That's not people. That is your fault. You need to go back and promote like crazy. If you have a research, you have an online course, you have a workbook, you have a service that you can provide, it is your duty to go out here and promote. Okay. End of story. Okay, that's it. Okay. So again, we have these different ways that we can deliver these services. But one of the biggest things that you have to do in passive income, especially as an expert, right? If I have online courses, if I have membership programs, if I have books, workbooks, for me, I have online courses, I have a membership. I mean, these are things that some things, I have to really, I'm working on to promote all these different things in different ways. But for me personally, right? Let me just outline. First of all, I have courses. Okay. The second thing I have is membership. Through the Power Table is just for women. Okay. The third thing that I have are books. I have books. I have workbooks. I got so much stuff. Fourth thing, I have coaching programs. I'm coaching and consulting. Okay. And then I also have a done for you, which is the Glam Print Go side. Okay. So I have pretty much everything. I don't do influencer marketing. I'm working on that next. That's for the courses. And I don't do ad promotion. I don't do ads. Now I'm working on affiliate links, okay, which is going to tie into that. But these are things that I have. So I have a lot, right? But guess what? Just because I've created a whole bunch is nothing to brag about if you're not promoting it. I don't care what you've made. If you're not talking about it, I don't care. I know that's harsh, but it's the truth. Maybe your friends won't tell you because they just encourage you to create, but they don't encourage you to make money for what you created. Okay, so I don't want to hear about, oh, I'm an author of 10 books. I could care less how many books you've written. If I haven't heard about it, it doesn't really matter. And guess what doesn't matter to the customer? But here you are bragging about how God purposed you and created you and you birthed out these books and adding your pay. You give us your 30-minute testimony on how you wrote the book, okay? But then you give 2 minutes on the fact of where I can buy it, where it's located at. I mean, it's like, what are we doing here? I'm confused. I'm sorry. On top of that, some of you spent hours, days, months, years creating something, but you only give 3 minutes a month to talk about it. What was all that labor for? Well, I mean, are you just someone that just works all the time but then doesn't profit off of your work? Is that what we're doing here? Are we here to just tell our story but not pick up and monetize off our story? Don't give me an hour testimony about how you create a product. Again, I don't want to hear it. My clients will tell you this to this day. I could care less. I really could. Because I'm going to be that coach. Whether or not you pay me to be your coach, I'm your coach. I'm your coach. I'm your coach, period. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Stop the storytelling if you're not going to make money from it. Okay, your mouth right now is wasting you money. You just talk. That's all. You just yap. Oh my gosh, shut up and sell. Shut up and sell. Okay, I love you, but you gotta shut up and sell. You gotta do something. Why? Because guess what? I want you to think about this. Days are going by, and you are not taking advantage and leveraging the knowledge in your mind. Days are going by. Think about every day that you have not promoted a product, every day you've not promoted a service, every day, and you're just sitting here talking about, oh my God, I just wish somebody would support me. I just shut up and sell. Just shut up. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Okay, shut up and sell. Okay, either shut up or sell it. Okay, do one. You got to do one of those two. Okay, make your money. Okay, so focus, social, promote like crazy. marketing has to be there. Marketing has to be there. Now let's talk about, last but not least, how we're going to market. Okay, I'm going to give you some strategies on, once you get your skills together, once you know what you're going to do. Okay, Gigi, how am I going to start getting these people? How am I going to start monetizing? I'm glad that you asked. Okay, now let's get into this. Talk about the marketing part, because this is huge. Because, okay, now that you've got the product, what are we going to do with it? How are we going to actually get it out to people? Now, some of these things are going to be kind of some sales one-on-one things I've talked about before, but I gotta get you in it, okay? The number one thing, the first thing I tell anybody once you create something is you've got to show your passion. A lot of people hide behind what they've created. Now, there was a beautiful commercial for Apple where they talk about this girl, who she was creating all these drawings and she kept on hiding them. Then her dog nudged them out, and the whole world began to see her artwork because she was just trying to keep everything inside. Well, you were not created to create to be him, right? That's not how this works. God did not create you to hide your creations. When you have knowledge in your mind, you did not get all that knowledge just to hold it in, right? The world needs to know that you have the answers to their questions. You have the answers to their problems, right? So the one thing that we want to do, right? The one thing that we want to do is we want to take that knowledge, and now what we want to do is we got to tell the world that we have the answer. This is why when you look at what you want to monetize, you better make sure that it's a good skill that other people want. There are some skills nobody wants. I've seen some crazy stuff though, so I can't really say too much. I've seen some craziness. I've seen people talk about a lot of different things, so I guess I can't really say that nobody wants it. But what I will say, I'm just trying to get Instagram back up, is the fact that you want to show your passion for that topic. People should see you talking about it, posting about it, Instagram, Facebook. People, it should be where they cannot get you to shut up. Even if they tried, they could not get you to shut up about it. That's how much you should be marketing this, okay? So that means that on social, I'm creating, and this is the thing y'all do. I'm doing videos, okay? I'm doing posts, okay? I'm putting out content. Literally, there's, oh my God, I didn't know that she's doing this course. Remember that there's 7 touch points in marketing, okay? That means that usually you have to talk to somebody about it 7 times before they even realize that you're doing something. This is why for some of you, your business has not done well because you've only promoted 2 times and you're wondering why people don't know what it is that you do. I just can't seem to get any sales, Gigi. I did post about it today. Okay, that's 1 time a day. What am I supposed to do? Give you an award for that because you posted 1 time a day? What you want? You want a sticker for that? No. You have to go hard in the paint, okay? So people have to know what it is that you do. But here's the thing, though. For some of you on Facebook, you only have 100 friends on Facebook, and you really think you're going to blow up on social? You got to get some more Facebook friends, y'all. You got to get some more friends. If the Bible is right, if you want to be friendly, if you want to have friends, show yourself friendly. Well, guess what? If you want to have clients, you got to get around a lot of people. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to complain because I only got 50 friends on Facebook. You need to get some more friends. And you got to get people to be friends with people who are your key audience. If you know people from your community and they're not really supporting you like that, and you keep on talking to the same 50 people down your block, that may not be your key audience. You may need to create a different page, I don't know, something, but you need to realize that you got to get the word out, and the size of your community matters, right? It's like talking to a room of 5 people and then being mad because no one knows what it is that I do. Well, unless those 5 people are interested in what you do, that's not going to happen. So you have to learn how to get your message out there, and you need to widen your audience. Okay, you got to widen your audience. You got to introduce yourself to people. You got to network. You got to go outside. I know some of you guys do not know about this, but guys, do you know there's a whole world outside of your house? Again, this may be news to somebody, but did you know? Here's a big fact. Did you know that people are outside of your house? I'm telling you that right there is worth $1 million. Some of you don't know there's a world outside of your phone, and you're like, did you not know? Did you not know? Okay. Oh my gosh. There's people that walk outside and they get in cars. Oh my God, they go to ATM. Oh my God, there's ATM machines. Oh my gosh. That's what, millionaire mama, listen, I know, it's mind-blowing that people, they go into buildings and they do what they call networking events. Oh gosh, this is a whole new world. Listen, I mean, it's like Aladdin up in this piece, right? Shocking. Oh my gosh, that people talk to each other off of their phones. Yes, it's actually how a lot of, millions of dollars are done, guys. So even though there's social media, get outside, get some business cards, introduce yourself. I don't know, just some of you guys walk around like hermits. I didn't know that. I know how many of you are monks and nuns. It's shocking to me. I did not know how many of you are actually nuns and monks. I'm shocked. I'm like, that's daggone Martin Luther right there. I mean, my God, Mother Teresa just walked by me. How did I know this? Because you walk around and you don't talk to anybody. You obviously are, and even nuns are nice. Okay, so you're not even a nun. I don't know what you are. But I'm just saying, the only people I know that have that much dedication to being silent are usually nuns, monks, and Buddhists. And some of y'all ain't none of the three, okay? So you need to show yourself friendly. Say hello. Oh my gosh, okay, let me just get off that topic because I can spend all day, okay? But all I'm saying is that you need to become that person. If I'm the expert on teaching people how to sing, okay, I should be talking about that as if I am the number one expert, okay? If I say that I'm the expert on, teaching you how to launch your online boutique, I better be that expert. I better know my stuff. I better keep people up to date on those topics. You have to be that person. You have to introduce yourself as that person, okay? Okay, next thing about marketing. You have to learn how to have the gift to gather. This is big. You have to have the knowledge of the gift to gather. I could literally teach a whole course on this. The gift to gather. The gift to gather is basically tribe building. How do you gather and collect people? Okay, because the moment I become this expert, I have to do a lot of feeder strategies. I guess feeder may not be the right word. Feeler. That's what the word I'm looking for. Feeler strategies. Okay, you got to start feeling out, okay, who is in your tribe that needs what it is that you provide, okay? And a lot of times it's not direct selling that's going to get them. It's actually asking them things like, what do they struggle with? What are some things they're looking to learn this year? Like you don't just come and say, hey guys, who wants to be a baker? Learn from me. No. Let's first figure out, okay, why is it that you follow me? What is it that you want to learn from me? How can I help you win in life or win this particular area, right? You got to begin feeling out what your tribe actually needs before you force feed them something that they're like, I don't care. Okay, so what we do is a lot of times, we'll put out filler questions. Filler questions are questions that are very broad, but gets people to start talking about themselves. People are selfish. Leverage the selfishness of people. People love talking about themselves. People love talking about their problems. Let them talk. Oh, yeah, let them talk. Because guess what? While they're talking, they're giving you money-making answers right there. Oh, I would love to learn about this. Of course. I love it. Oh, workbook. Oh, that's an ebook. Oh, and literally, I'm just like, a lot of times when I'm asking you guys questions, I'm taking notes. I'm screenshotting your answers, and I'm saying, okay, let me save this and put this into what I like to call my piggy bank, which is technically my notes area because that's my piggy bank. And I'm literally taking notes of all the different things that my tribe wants to hear from me, and then I figure, okay, I got about 30 people who said this. Okay, I got 20 people. Okay, I got 100 people who wanted this. Okay, great. So now I'm trying to learn what they want. But again, you have to gather them. You have to get people into an area. This is why email marketing or some kind of lead collection format is really important. What do we mean by that? So when people are starting to tell you what is it that they like and what they want to learn about, do you have their information? That'd be a good thing to have, right? You want to have at least their first name, last name, and if nothing else, at least have their email address. Okay, some other additions great to add or zip code. That'll help you learn where people are at, right? That's really great right there too. Other things too is you can also ask additional information, collect phone numbers. But for me, the bare minimum is an email address. Email address and phone number. Okay, those are two things. Now, there's two ways to collect that. I can do it through email marketing. I can do that through text-based marketing, right, which is where you gather them through a text message system. But the point is that you need to start collecting people. This collecting people is the lesson I wish I would have learned when I launched my very first business. No one taught me to gather people. They're just like, oh, just promote. Well, if you promote but don't gather, what you'll find yourself doing is promoting to people that you should have collected in the first place. It's almost like this. It's like having no gate. It's a perfect example. It's like trying to herd sheep with no gate. What's going to happen is that you're going to get them to come, but then guess what? The next time you do something, the next time you launch something, you're going to have to gather them all again. Why? Because there was no gate. There was no way to collect them and to keep them in a place. You have to learn how to collect people. Again, if you don't collect people, you'll be announcing the same stuff. You'll be doing double work. Where I could be collecting 50 names. Great, I've got the 50 names. So guess what? I have to go back out and get those 50 names again. I've already got them organized. Now let me go out here and get 50 more. What some of you need to do is set a weekly goal for collecting and gathering people. You should be the ultimate gatherer. Every business owner should be the ultimate gatherer. Now, of course, with things like Facebook ads and marketing, it makes it really easy to collect leads. Really easy, right? But for some of you, at the core, you at least could collect 100 people this month from just literally posting some filler questions, getting some email address. I mean, simply saying, hey, how many of you would love to learn how to da-da-da-da, right? I mean, it's that easy. It's as easy as talking to somebody in a conversation. They tell you they want to learn something. And you say, oh, well, guess what? You know what? I can, listen, you need to join my tribe. That's what we focus on. Here's the link. So how do we get a link, right? How do you, well, with email marketing, a lot of times you can do a landing page, right? They offer landing pages. You guys know my favorites. MailChimp is really great. MailerLite, to me, MailChimp is like super basic. It's super basic. It doesn't offer a lot of benefits. It's very super basic. But I like MailerLite. I love MailerLite. There's ConvertKit. There's so many. Siva, which is now ConvertKit. You have Active Campaign. There's so many platforms. But just look for email marketing. Again, try to see if you can find one that really fits you. But email marketing is great. What else? Well, text message systems. Textful, easy texting, simple text. I believe there's like 1-800 text. There's so many different ones. Well, with text message marketing, again, I'm collecting their phone numbers. And for a lot of them, which is great, they integrate to email marketing. So the moment that they text their phone number, it'll ask them, what's your email address? And in just that one, that channel is two texts, you've collected a phone number and an email address. And if it integrates to your email marketing, when I go to my email marketing database, I can send them an email. I already got their phone number, but I can send them an email as well. So guess what? I've gathered people. So when I'm launching a course, a workbook, or whatever, I have a dedicated tribe. To me, a tribe is who you've collected. It's not just social media. Social media to me is a funnel, but it's not your tribe because, again, well, do all your followers see all your content? No, they're not. They're not going to see all your content. So we use social as a way to pull them in, okay, to get to where we gather them, the fence, right? It's the fence. It's this square, okay? It's the fence. I want to get them in here. So social is like all these people who are out here. They're like all these people are out here, right? But it doesn't matter how many people are out there if they're not in here. If you have not gathered them, they're not your tribe. They're followers. They're people who are, they're following you. They're, which is great. But I want to get them in here. Because if I asked you, how many dedicated tribe members do you have? You should be able to give me the number. You should be able to give me their email addresses or phone numbers. If you don't have either of those two, you don't have a tribe. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys now. Let's get this done this week. If you have not gathered, let's gather them. If you've already gathered them, but you have products that you have not been promoting, let's promote them. If you have not been promoting new creations or let's say you're working on a new product, let's get that done. The whole focus this week is I want you guys to monetize your mind. I want you to figure out ways that you can take your knowledge, match it with a product or a service, okay, and monetize the heck out of it. Y'all got that? So again, in marketing, you want to show your passion, put out content, generic content, not specific content, but generic content, just to begin piquing their interest. Just like this video, for instance, is piquing a lot of people's interest because what they're doing is they're watching it, they're getting knowledge, like, okay, I'm learning something. This is good. Okay, I want to learn more, right? So then the second thing I want you to do is you want to gather people. Continuously gather. You can use Facebook ads. Again, you want to make sure you know how to use Facebook ads. Do not waste your money. You don't know how to use it. Take some online classes. I have an awesome guy, EJ, who I'm bringing on, and he's going to be teaching you guys on how to really maximize these Facebook ads with this budget thing. I'm so excited. The last thing you got to do is you got to be consistent, which we talked about. You got to be consistent. Got to be consistent. Okay, so show your passion, gift to gather, be consistent. Okay, again, we've just started some basics, but I believe I've taught enough to where you can literally find something to do, find something that you want to monetize it, get it together, whether you have to sit down, write an ebook, write a book, write a workbook, record a video, do a course, think about launching a membership product, option. For membership, there's so many different options, so I don't want to just give one. It really depends upon what you're trying to do. There's so many different options, but these are just different ways for you to monetize. So guess what? Of course, I'm a businesswoman, so I'm not going to end this video and I offer a solution. Yes, because that's what we're going to do. So in March, which is next month, I'm going to be working with 20 entrepreneurs. I'm only going to do 20 because in the past, like with Hustle School, I've done so many different groupings, but I've said to myself, okay, I think 20 to me is a good amount of people. That's enough, but it's not too much to where I feel like I can't give you guys the attention. So we're doing a group coaching program, and it's going to be for 20 entrepreneurs, okay? Now, this has to be for people, okay, who know what they want to monetize, because if you don't know what you want to monetize, if you don't know the knowledge, I'm not going to take you. I'm not going to do it to myself. I'm sorry, because for me, you have to realize that it's a waste of time to be walking on eggshells, right? If you're going to make money, if you're going to really learn how to make money, you got to know what it is that you want to do. You may not know everything, but you got to at least know what it is that you want to teach, what you want to teach people how to do. Because a lot of people, what they'll do is they put their money into something and you don't really know what you want yet. And what's going to happen is you're going to waste your money because you don't have the focus to make the money back. Okay, this is something I talk about all the time. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm good enough of a businesswoman where I don't need your money to the point where I will tell you you need something and you don't. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I want you to make your money back. But a lot of people don't make their money back because they're all talk. So you're like, oh, I got this. Yeah, I'm about to smash my goals. You're not if you're not focused. You're not. I know people who they buy 20 business magazines, they read 3 articles, and then what happens is I guess those magazines go on the shelf. And when you brag about how, oh, look at me, I'm investing in myself, post a picture on Instagram, yeah, about to dive into this knowledge. Okay, yeah, but you only read 3 articles in one magazine. The rest went into the trash or sat on the shelf. So now you wasted maybe $100 on magazines that you did not read that had a whole bunch of knowledge. Listen, sit down and get yourself together before you work. Okay, because I don't want you to waste your time. So anyway, in March, we're starting. This is going to be 4 weeks in March. Okay, I'm taking 20 entrepreneurs. It is going to be a hefty investment. I'm not cheap. Okay, so anyway, the price is $497. It will also be a 4-week payment plan for this. What we're going to do is it's only for people who you have something to teach and you want to take that knowledge and launch a business with that knowledge. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back through those streams that we talked about, whether it's online course, ebooks, whether you want to do some consulting work or coaching work, and we're going to build out your platform as a group. So everyone who comes into that group coaching, okay, for 4 weeks, by the time you get done those 4 weeks, you will have another stream of income. And for some of you, I'll be honest, some of you have been looking at other streams of income, other ways to monetize. This right here, listen, there's no inventory you need to buy. Okay, there's nothing you need to ship out. Okay, literally, you're going to make money using a computer or Wi-Fi or your phone. I'm telling you, and we're going to break it down so that you can start making money with what's in here. Some of you're trying to, make money, doing different things, selling different products, and it's products that aren't even you. They aren't even products you really want to sell. You're just trying to find a different way to make money. But guess what? There's money in this brain right in here. You have years of experience, years of knowledge, right? You could take that and turn that into passive-based products or service-based. You can start consulting or coaching with it. But it has to be a real skill. Don't tell me, well, just I know how to clean rocks. Okay, this is not for you. That's not it. Okay? So when you got a real skill that you can teach people how to do. So what's going to happen is by the end of those 4 weeks, you will actually have at least one product created with at least 2 more in the pipeline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you as a group, literally, like how to build these things out, like how to execute with your courses. It's not going to be one of those things where you learn. No, at the end of the month, you will have at least one product ready to sell and ready to market. Okay. So again, if you want to learn more, there's only one thing you have to do. If you're like, just listen, this is something I need. Like, I need to make more money. I need to add another stream of income, but I don't really want to sell any more products. I don't want to sell stuff that I don't really like. You know, maybe you've been looking at some direct sales in my limb stuff. Maybe you just look at other things you could do. And like, how do I add more income? Listen, use your mind. You already have the expertise. But you need me to teach you on how to turn and flip that into money, right? So again, the investment is $497. Again, there will also be payment plans where it'll be broken out into 4 weeks. Now, the payment plan is a little bit higher just because of the fact that I'm helping you out by giving you a payment plan. But again, the whole purpose, though, is so that you can come out with execution and with something to sell. And it's based off of your mind and your knowledge, okay? For a lot of you, too, this is a great way to start consulting. Oh, my God. Some of you have corporate years of experience, my God, and you could flip that and make it into some real big dollars. So again, we're going to teach you how to do that. If you want to hop on this, you're like, Genesis, this sounds like something that I really would love to get into. All you have to do is email, okay? And my email is info, that's info at my name, genesisdorsey.com. And what I want you to do is, in the subject, put income. That's all I want you to do. Just put income. Put income in the subject. If you forget, that's fine. But it'll be quicker because we're going to be searching for this keyword in my inbox. Put in the word income. Listen, you may say, listen, I'm ready to expand my income. I'm ready to make more than what I've ever made. I'm ready, right? Well, then guess what? Email info@genesisdorsey.com. In the subject, put income. And we're going to add you to the interest list, and we're going to open up the list this upcoming Friday. We're opening up registration for those 20 seats. And again, this is all focused, $497. It's all focused on teaching you how to add an additional stream of income, monetizing that mind. It is time for many of you guys to bet on yourself. You've been trying to sell other things, trying to teach people. Listen, you are enough. Okay, you are enough to monetize your mind and turn that into product. I have been able to do it. And I'm not somebody that's well known. I'm not somebody that, it has a well-known family. I am a girl from Delaware, which is the second smallest state. A lot of people in my town, they don't know who I am. They don't. I walk by the street, people don't know who I am. It's a regular person, right? But guess what? I have been able to build an online tribe. I've been able to create products and services where every day I wake up, I'm making money. And guess what? I'm teaching my passion. This has been, a lot of you guys don't believe you can make money with what you love to do, right? You just don't think it's possible. Now, of course, it does have to be something monetizable. Like, for instance, I'm not out here teaching people how to pet a dog, okay? That's not going to, I don't think I'll be able to become really rich from that, okay? But as far as me teaching people on how to build what I've built in businesses and how to build tribes, that's what I'm passionate about. And I'm trying to tell you, if you are truly passionate about what is it you know about your knowledge, you can definitely flip that. Why? Because passion attracts people. People follow me. They're like, Gigi, oh my God, you're like a little fireball. Like, you teach with excitement, with passion. Why? Because I love what I'm doing. I cannot tell you how much I love to teach. I've been here for hours, and I'll pass out, then I will get back up, I will keep on teaching, okay? I love to do it. And so what I did was I packaged my passion. And that's what my company does, Glam Print Go. That's what we do. Literally, people hire my company to package their passion. But guess what I want to do? I want to teach you how to package your passion. We're going to take your passion, and we're going to diversify that passion. That passion needs to be put into some products, into some workbooks, some courses. We got to get you in front of a video camera. We got to get you sitting down, and we got to get you where we're going to create an outline for how you can create, okay, your video courses and your content, how we can flip that and then sell those videos as online courses, sell coaching programs, sell consulting services, sell on top of that, how to sell where you can do monthly classes and workbooks, workshops like I do. I use my online camera that I use, right? Zoom, $10 a month. $10 a month, right? I use that bad boy on almost an everyday basis to do, my coaching clients, right? But I also use it to do my online classes. And I'm sure you guys know, but back in January, I shared a testimony on how, I started, I was only making I was only making $750 every 2 weeks, right? Only making $750 every 2 weeks. And with a camera, listen to me, a camera and my passion for teaching a certain topic, I have been able to rake in thousands every month from my passion, right? Now, did it take some time? Yes, it did. But the thing about it is some people, they want to rush to become wealthy. Listen, I'm not telling you it's going to take years, because it's not going to take years. It's not going to take years. I know how to make it to where it doesn't take years. But it does take focus. It is going to take consistency, like we talked about. It is going to take where you're going to sit your behind down and create content and not be out here all unfocused. It is going to take these things. But when you create them, the blessing about it is that you can keep on selling it and marketing it. And because you're meeting a need, because you're giving a solution to a particular product problem, and people are out here, they're looking for solutions. They're trying to figure out, how do I launch this kind of business? How do I jump into this kind of career? How do I bake this kind of food? How do I start this kind of business? And if you can teach them those things, how do I write a book? How do I start this? How do I start that? You will transform your income. But again, you have to be confident enough to be consistent, just show up. So guys, again, be sure to email me, info@genesisdorsey.com. I'll be posting about it online. Why? Because that's what I teach you guys, right? Consistency, showing up at least 7 times. People need to see it minimum, right? So I'm going to be posting. I'm going to be talking about it. But I hope that you join me in March. I really do. I hope if this is something that's for you, I hope you join me. I hope you invest in it. We're going to be meeting live. So it's not one of those things where it's a course. It's going to be where we will be meeting live once a week to really help you guys. There'll also be a Facebook group so that you guys can stay consistent in it. We're also going to be doing some phone calls, some conference calls that you can tune into via online or via phone, where I'm going to stick on you like white on rice. Okay, I don't even like rice, but it's going to be like white on rice to make sure that you execute. Okay, you need a coach. You need somebody who can coach you. So guys, have a great rest of your night. I hope that you learned something from tonight. I mean, we covered so much. I want you guys to go back through your notes, figure out of those options. Let me write them down again. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to send them out to my email list, okay? So if you're not on my email list, I want you to go to my website, genesisdorsey.com. Link is in my bio. It's here on Facebook. genesisdorsey.com. Right down the homepage, there is a box. It says join the tribe. Very straightforward. When you put in your email address, you're going to get weekly emails from you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to email out the strategies that we cover on tonight. Okay, so if you want these typed up, guess what you need to do? You need to make sure you're a part of Boss Builders. When you become a part of Boss Builders, again, you get weekly strategies, you get weekly insight to help you build your business. Okay, again, we covered so much, but I'm so glad because it's going to help you transform your mind and help you monetize that mind. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Be sure to join me for another live soon. If you ever want to catch the replays of all my lives, they're on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and type in my name, Genesis Dorsey, and all of my content will pull up. Okay, guys? See you guys later. Love you guys so much. Bye, Instagram. See you guys later. See you later, alligator. And then see you, Facebook. Okay, see you guys later. Be sure again for info@genesisdorsey.com. And in the subject, type this real quick. We're going to type income. Okay? See you guys later. Love you guys so much. Bye. And then to you, YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay? I will see you guys later. Bye.